Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Commodity TV, and today we are in Geneva and we have rented here some studios because we have Adam Lundin here for the first time, the chairman of Filo Mining. And you remember we spoke already with Jamie Beck some weeks ago, and now we want to use, of course, this opportunity to talk to one of the four sons of Lucas Lundin, the famous Lundin Group of mining. And yeah, Filo is now our theme. Welcome.
Correct.
And hi, Adam.
Thanks, Owen. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, and thanks for taking the time, of course. So, Filo Mining, Filo del Sol. This is the project. You are in Argentina. What's up with the company?
At the company, we have tremendous exploration success through the drill bit last year. It got cut a little short due to COVID. We had a terrific hole going, and the assay showed that we had a hole 38 that was ending 73 meters of over 1% and over a gram a ton gold.
So 1% copper.
1% copper. That's correct. And so now we're back up. We started drilling again. Jamie's done a great job, and the whole team has done a great job implementing COVID protocol, make sure everyone's safe, and it's going to be a safe campaign. And first off, go back up there, continue with hole 40. That's following up on hole 38, and also hopefully continue with this, over in excess of a kilometer drilling and close to 1% copper equivalent.
Yeah, so you want to repeat it, of course. So that means that you can really like hole 38, you just say, okay, we stop there and then we put it again in and drill through. Yeah, that's working. That's not a problem.
I believe I have to ask Jamie who's leading the charge, but it's not on the same drill pad, so not going down the exact same hole, but right in the same proximity.
Fantastic. Okay, super. And if I heard this correct, you are doing now 8,000 meters of drilling, right? And you want to repeat like this kilometer-long success because you had some of the best holes in the world last year, right?
Yeah, it was hole, I want to say 34 or 36, was excess of a kilometer and 0.95% copper equivalent. And that's very hard and very rare to do in the industry. And as we've seen, moving towards the north, actually moving towards Jose Maria, another project in the group, we see the grade increasing potentially. So we want to continue with that. And I think the team's going to have tremendous success and hopefully do, eight deep holes this year.
Yeah, super, perfect. And you did a PEA on the project so far, right? So what were the numbers there? What is the CapEx like? What do you think you can produce? And of course, what are already the reserves?
Yeah, for sure. We actually did a PEA and said, what happens if we increase the throughput a bit? What does that look like? So we actually have a pre-feasibility study on it, which gives us reserves today.
Sorry,
pre-feasibility. No problem at all. For me, more focused on the exploration upside. I think that's where we're going to create the most shareholder value, but great to have a fallback project to implement it if we want to, and it's there. And that's the oxide cap on the project. So that project is roughly 130,000 ounces of gold, 67,000 tons of copper, and it's big silver. It's 8.5 million ounces of silver.
That's a nice thing, maybe for a stream.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good, who knows? It's a good starter project to have. So again, this is at surface, our oxide cap, and I believe that mine life was roughly 13 years.
Fantastic. And I saw also you did a big financing this year, right? I think it was over $45 million, and Lundin put a lot of money into that, of course. Yeah. So if I understand that also correct, I mean, with 8,000 meters, this is nice to have. And if you say you want to drill over a kilometer long holes, so you maybe can drill only 7 holes, right? But let's assume you have the success and you have 4 or 5 holes which really show like between 500 meters and over a kilometer mineralization, which would be outstanding, definitely. So would you say then immediately, okay, hey, let's do infill drilling, let's follow up wherever it is going like, and because you have the money?
Yeah. No. When Jamie came to the board for approval for the exploration program, this is what he felt was achievable in a safe environment, and also the timeline and the rig availability and what he wanted to implement. But of course, if there's ability to drill more holes, we're happy to spend that. We're going to end the season right now with money in the till. If we can spend that on further drilling, Jamie has the green light.
Okay, super. That's fantastic. I like to hear that because that's exactly what you need, right? So where do you see an overall target after the drilling? What could you imagine let's say, if in a good case, what could come out?
I think so. So right now with the 600 million resource,
tons.
Yeah, exactly, 600 million tons in resource today. The last year, you know, the couple kilometer holes of great grade, that's not included in the resource. So say you can continue on that, and I say great scenario, great outcome is if we could include rapid inferred resource around our new drilling that we've started last year and will continue to do this year. I think that'd be great if we could rapid inferred resource just to see how much metal we're talking about.
So that would mean, like, with what you have, you could say, okay, let's develop this into production, for example, and then you can wrap around this resource and say, okay, this is in 10 years the future.
Yeah, I think,
is that the idea?
Yeah, I think that's one way to play out. You know, do we want to go ahead and continue with the project laid out in the pre-feasibility study? I think you can add excess of 1 billion tons to the resource with just the drilling that's been done and the drilling that's going to be had. Probably more than that, but let's see where it goes. And after this season, I think you'll come back and say, did we get enough drilling done? Is there more upside to be had that we want to focus on, or should we come back to the heap leach project?
Okay, fantastic. Wow, that's great. I saw also Jose Maria Resources, the company we spoke an hour ago. It's, I think, 12, 13 kilometers away from Filo del Sol.
Exactly.
Wouldn't it make sense? Because this is a $3 billion capex. You have $1 billion capex for Filo del Sol. Wouldn't it make sense, let's say, to do a sort of a combination, also infrastructure wise, because it would save a lot of money, right?
Yeah, it's Jose Maria going into production or we could start construction and putting into production. What that's going to do for Filo is going to cut hundreds of millions of dollars off their capex. If they go ahead if we go ahead with the oxide project, or if we go ahead developing the sulfides first, it's going to knock off tons of capex on that project. We'll be bringing in a new road at Jose, we're bringing in a new power line. We'll have the facilities. You know, if they want to go, if it makes sense to do the sulfides first, could go through Jose Maria's processing facility. If we want to go through the oxides, again, the infrastructure is there. So whatever scenario you go with at Filo, you're talking about a remarkably lower capex than identified in the pre-feasibility study.
Wow, that's fantastic. This makes life a lot more easier, I would say. Would you produce then concentrates, or would you say, we are also doing like doré bars with the gold and the silver, or would you say, okay, when we have a stream with the silver, we have to separate the silver already, but we do maybe a copper gold concentrate because it's easier to ship?
At Jose, it's a clean concentrate. At Filo, I believe, getting started with some of the met test work on the sulfide material that was drilled last year. On the oxide, it's cathode and doré.
Okay, super. Perfect. Well, then I wish you good luck, and please keep us posted on the drilling, because I could imagine that maybe, January latest, we will see the first results.
Yeah, I think hopefully a late Christmas gift.
Oh, even better. That's great. I'm a shareholder, so I like to hear that. Super, Adam. Thank you very much. All the best, and of course, Merry Christmas. It's we are quite close, only 4 weeks to go, and please keep us posted.
For sure.
Thank you very much. Great, thank you. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Adam Lundin, the chairman of Filo Mining, and you heard it. Drills are turning. 8,000 meters will be drilled here, and probably we have before Christmas, as he said already. Hopefully, some good drill results, and of course, it would be a master killer, I would call it, if they would bring out again 1 kilometer holes with, let's say, 1% or 1.5% copper equivalent. That would be outstanding. And it looks like that the company is doing everything all right. The company has enough cash because they raised $45 million in summer. And this is also in very good shape. And with Lundin Group as a shareholder, normally nothing can go really wrong. So I would suggest really check out the company. They are doing a great job. And Argentina is a great mining jurisdiction. That's for sure. So thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Geneva.